Welcome to Provitalks, where nature and science blend to inspire you. Discover the latest in technology, sustainability, and trends in the cosmetics world, thanks to Provital. Let's care together for our industry's commitment to the people and the planet. Provital. Do care.
Welcome to this special edition of Provitalks, a podcast specifically dedicated to explaining what a cosmetic active can offer to enhance the body's natural shapes by emulating the augmentation and filling effects that continue to lead in cosmetic procedures around the world. From Provital marketing team, together with our global beauty trends manager, Anna Balaguer, we have studied all the possibilities offered by cosmetic volumizers in the global market to help you respond with our latest cosmetic active, Sculpup, a remodeling ingredient with 100% natural origin and lifting and filling effects. Welcome back, Anna.
Great to be here again.
We look forward to having you here again so that you can put us in the market context and exemplify with the trendiest products or brands right now. Well, and good to begin with, perhaps we should ask ourselves about the market that there is for the increasing rise of the non-intrusive aesthetic procedures. It is said that these procedures have increased worldwide. And the global leader is the breast augmentation in women. What is the reason for this growth? What do you think we can offer from natural cosmetics to enhance these forms while respecting the authenticity of beauty?
Yeah, you're right, Clara. Beauty surgery has not stopped growing. And it's been really curious the impact of the pandemic, because every time we attended a virtual meeting, we were watching ourselves on the screen, something that does not happen in real life. And this effect has triggered the interest in improving and remodeling our features. Social media, of course, have something to say in this increase. And even customers that attend beauty surgery consultations show their desired final result with pictures of themselves using the filters and the other options that social media platforms have to transform your image, like the Instagram filters, for example. One of the most common plastic surgery procedures are breast augmentation, of course, and to a lesser extent, buttock enhancement. But many people do not want to undergo surgery, and the beauty industry can offer them less invasive, safer, and cheaper options. On the market, there are many different options for this breast plumping effect, and in many cases, they are firming as well, both activities. Not only in the usual creamy format, but also we find right now breast mask, like one by the brand Teology, starting with TEA, which is a tea-infused skincare brand. And regarding the buttocks, there is also an interesting and funny American brand called Bowdy, whose claim is "We are butt obsessed," with creams, serums, and masks for this specific area.
Thank you, Anna. Well, our new ingredient, like any good cosmetic, like you said, is responding to this boom in the demand for less invasive volumizing treatments, while also backing its effectiveness by science. In fact, thanks to the massive data analysis used in our in vitro analysis, the discovery of its volumizing effects has been patented. This also responds to the demands of the consumer who ask for guarantees and scientific endorsement. But going a little bit deeper into the uses we can give to this active, the most common would be to think about bust and buttocks, which are the most common volume claims for the body. But is there any other part of the body that could be interesting? After the years in the market, what do you think we can transfer from our learnings?
Sure. In fact, wherever the customer wants to increase the volume, it's fine. This would be an example of personalization with just one product, because you can choose where do you want this plumping effect. This is the absolute freedom to sculpt your body. And anyway, another regular option of application of this plumping effect are hand creams, because hands are a part of the body that visibly lose adipose tissue as we age. For example, Strivectin launched a volumizing hand cream. And I can remember even some years ago, a Provital customer that used our ancient Volplus in a blusher, which at the end also makes sense because as we age, we lose the adipose tissue in the face and this is redistributed and not exactly as we would like. So it makes sense to create a little bit of more volume on the cheeks.
Yeah, exactly. To beat gravity, probably. Well, now that we know other areas where we can offer cosmetics with a volumizing effect, we should ask ourselves, in order to be able to specify the type of projects to be carried out, what is the current concept of body beauty, especially in an environment where there is more and more talk of authenticity and inclusiveness. This Sculpup Active perfectly represents the inclusive beauty and the community care trend. Can you tell us a little more about these concepts of beauty and how can they be applied in a cosmetic proposal?
Sure. It is a fact that the last years there has been a change in the self-perception of our body to an acceptance, to embrace our bodies, always within the healthy parameters. But still, there is a lot of pressure to have what is perceived as a perfect body. But now we are more used to witness the body positive trend. Many brands from all the industries are using models and influencers of all sizes, skin tones, showing real skins with their imperfections, call them stretch marks, spots, acne, real people, real skins. And this is the true inclusivity. There is no standard because we are all diverse. And it comes to my mind right now a recent movement of brands launching products for people with disabilities. For example, a deodorant that it's designed in a fashion that can be used for people that misses one arm. Or a makeup artist, she's called Terry Bryan, that was diagnosed with Parkinson. And she launched a range of makeup products and tools so that people suffering this disease could still make up themselves. And following what we have named as the community care trend, everything must be shared for good and for fun in social media platforms.
Sure. And well, super interesting, Anna. Linked to the fact that they are inclusive, since we have seen that the most common are products with an increase in volume that are aimed at women, well, other genders can obviously feel neglected. In our case, we wanted to honor inclusivity with an example of a formula for Sculpup, which is a mousse type, which is a familiar texture for all, and it is also quick and comfortable to apply without any greasy effect. So, continuing with the ideas of how we can help to meet this cosmetic demand for body products with a volume effect, it is time to go into more detail on what those cosmetic products should look like. You recently talked about the sustainable movement, which refers to the fusion of cosmetics and sustainable products. Why is the power of sustainable natural cosmetics such an important claim here? Can you give us some examples of end products that have recently come out globally as examples?
Yeah, sustainability is not negotiable anymore. It was not before the pandemic, but the conscience for the environment has accelerated because of the COVID. And brands must be as much sustainable as possible and transparent. Greenwashing is really penalized and social media is the watchdog. In fact, there are some interesting accounts exclusively dedicated to report brands that lie or that are not fair with their people or that are not transparent. I suggest you to follow, for example, Diet Prada or Estée Lauder. Regarding sustainability, there are many interesting options in all the categories in beauty care, starting with the waterless or solid beauty, that it's growing non-stop, or with biodegradable, compostable packaging, like the sachets by Clean With Plus, which contain a body wash that it's dissolved under the water completely. Or Easy, which is an innovative mascara subscription service that once the product is empty, you return the packaging and they send back to you a refilled one, which is also an excellent strategy to encourage customer loyalty. And in terms of the ingredients, of course, let me highlight the upcycled ones. Using something that it's a residue for an industry that needs to be removed to become something worthy for another industry, so that for the first one, they can obtain a benefit from something that at the beginning was a cost. It is great for both companies and even better for the planet, because we close the loop, creating the minimum amount of residues.
Yes, Anna, undoubtedly, caring for the environment in our actions is no longer a choice, but something that must be integrated. We are even now at the risk of being rejected if not applying it, as they call it, the cancel beauty. This movement explains how not aligning with a consumer value in a context where you have so much decision-making power can challenge our survival as brands. That is why ingredients with certifications such as Cosmos, which claims are obviously the respect for environment, are one of consumers' most important values. We see that Sculpup responds perfectly to this concept of sustainable cosmetics because it's a certified organic cosmetic active with a vegan and 100% natural origin, thus aligning with the eco-conscious consumer. Besides, it comes from an organic cultivated blackberry. So it is perceived as a healthy and safe ingredient, which is a guarantee of good acceptance. But at the same time, its new effect in body expands its possibilities. So it's a triple advantage here: sustainable, reliable, and with a lot to grow. And on top of it, it has become clear that there is a market for filler cosmetics, like we were saying, that non-intrusive and inclusive bedding is a trend in the body care of the future. And also the natural ingredients certified by Cosmos are a safe bet, and that the blackberry specifically opens the field in the body category, especially for volumizing effect where it hasn't been exploited. But is there any specific aspect that allows the consumer to do this final click? Because there are many volumizing products based on natural ingredients. And from marketing, we know that appealing to emotions beyond the functional benefits is a claim that totally works. As an expert in global product trends, can you give us any concrete examples of how to appeal to emotions with products with this feeling effect?
Really, nowadays, in many vital moments, we can feel the need or the desire to redefine our body, however we look like or however we feel. Maybe after some period of diet, for example, that leads to a weight loss, as unfortunately we cannot choose from where to remove these extra kilos, we wish to regain the lost volume in breasts or in buttocks, for example, or just because we want to change our body composition, or after giving birth, after breastfeeding period, some women experience a loss of breast volume. And as mentioned previously, as we age, the loss of adipose tissue is a fact. And that's why it's an excellent opportunity for brands that are targeting, for example, the growing group of women around menopause, because it's a period with big transformations because of the hormones again.
Well, thank you, Anna. We actually propose to take advantage of Sculpup, which is specifically recommended for key moments such post-pregnancy, post-lactation, post-diet, post-weight loss, or menopause, like you were saying, to praise the positive values of these stages. For example, the achievements represented by each one, or the benefits of maturity and what that brings. So, well, Anna, thank you very much for your specific insights that respond to this cosmetic market of volume enhancement. And before closing, and for the most curious who are listening to us, just comment that we talked at the beginning of this big data in vitro analysis. We have our podcast with Miguel Asso, who's in charge of Provital's in vitro department. And in that podcast, we explain in detail how technological advances such as transcriptomics have allowed us to discover unexpected efficacies in our Sculpup, and how massive data analysis can be leveraged to help with efficacy results and the possibilities of ingredients and actives. Well, we hope that our listeners enjoyed this conversation as much as we did, right, Anna?
Right.
And that they have found in our conversation a form of inspiration for their potential projects. Thank you all very much, and see you next time.
See you soon.
Thank you for listening to this edition of Provitalks. We hope you got some source of inspiration to create and spread your own kind of beauty. For further information, subscribe to our podcast or visit our website at weareprovital.com. Provital. Do care.